Hello and welcome back to Panzer Corps Gold and playing hardball and the Second World War. We are fighting on the Eastern Front. It is 1943. We have to hold Kiev against the Soviet onslaught. And before we get to it, I would announce that I am going to tell something about a person, one of the first 5 Red Marshals of the Red Army. And that person is called Mikhail Tukhachevsky. I think we might have actually mentioned him before at some point. Some hundreds episodes ago or so. That was one of the geniuses of the Soviet Union, so to speak. But he got murdered by Stalin, and I'm going to talk a little bit about him. Because I did a little bit of reading on this person. Because I read an article about something else, and then someone in the comment section wrote, well, with that guy, this Tukhachevsky, the Nazi German Eastern Front would have collapsed in 1941 already, which is an interesting speculation, of course. And I feel that everybody should know about that guy. But let's get our work done for this turn and for today first, and then we can share some knowledge there. So the Soviets came in force. We have one spark, which is threatening our expensive and precious planes. The Soviets came with even more planes on their own. Petliakov PE-8 strategic bomber here and a Yak-1 squadron of relatively outdated fighters, but they are still dangerous for us. And our defensive positions or positioning worked out pretty nicely here. We've got our Flak Sonderkraftfahrzeug 7-2 and let's down them. Good. I don't want them in my sky. There. And then let's have this flag. Where is it here? Our core flag. Second one with our ranged hero. You guys can shoot them down, right? Yes, good. Beautiful. So, and then we don't have any more Soviets in the sky right now. Good. That's how I like it. Good. So, then I want to take prisoners. This IS-1, the Joseph Stalin, should be an expensive tank. And we also have these T-34s here, which are nicely enough imprisoned, right? They cannot retreat through their own lines because everything is mixed up. Also, we know about the Baring regiments, that would kill them from behind if they dared to retreat. Now that's just a joke, but it happened for some infantry at least. That's what's confirmed. But yeah, we don't really know what else. Don't think actually that that worked for that they did that with tanks. And then here in the south we have our Messerschmitt, our Schlachtenflieger, circling above these paratroopers. And these guys seem to be the only force around the town of Stepantsy. And we shall take that one also back. And it appears that the enemy is crushed, like this whole attack group here. Last day of fighting, we took out 3 battalions of infantry here, and there was a Sioux driving, and there was this one up here, I think. Must have been. Although, well, who knows? Maybe they've got more here. But we shall find out today. So, let's start here. Plane. Okay. And then this Sioux needs to go here, or... yeah, actually, oh yeah, here. Let's do it like this. This artillery goes here. You fire at that artillery. Counter battery fire. Only for suppressed, that's not so good. This Hummel. Yeah, here, we need to know what's going on there. Yeah, I think we are actually using a plane to find out. But I wanted to use these guys here. This is our Sioux with our Richter hero with spotting. So we could drive here and then we can check out what's going on here. But then we don't see this one. And I want our units to be here. In ambush positions if there is no one else here, but I don't think that they have more forces here west of the river right now. We might even just march through if the enemy doesn't have any more reserves here, strategic reserves or so. So let's see. Yeah, I think we're doing it like this. We should also be careful and have some planes. Yeah, here, you are shooting at them. Nice pounding. They are completely suppressed and surprised. They didn't expect that. Suddenly to be attacked via airplanes and then an artillery strike. So our Sonderkraftfahrzeug can roll over them immediately. Excellent. And then we are driving into town. Take it. And we don't see anything here. So let's take this one. Ah, yeah. No one is here. Very good. So we are in ambush position. So then I want this Wehrreserve here. These guys, they will march over there. And these 4 here, they will garrison the town of Stepanci. And these 10, they will go for Cherkasy and garrison that one. Yeah, then let's have a plane here. Our attack Focke-Wulf is here. This one has 64 fuel. This guy needs, our movement guy needs fuel. Okay, then let's have you go here. Aha, no one is there. Okay, good. And let's bring our Panther. Although, wait a second. Like, we could also... Yeah, we need to get our other forces around first. Maybe actually... Although, no. We don't want to be in the swamp with the tank. But if someone is here and sees us, they might actually start deploying units here. Yeah, but actually this is the best spot to be, because then they are on the river. So, if they attack us... Yeah, okay, let's do like this. And they have infantry in the swamp. Regular infantry, which has 1 entrenchment. So they can't be there for too long. Then from here, we are taking our Panther, who drives here. Looking around with our excellent optics. Okay, good. This is a little bit risky here, because now our artillery strike failed. Like always, like literally every artillery strike that we have fails. Come on, but you don't get yourself killed. Oh, but yeah. Well, they shot. Okay, and then I want our recon to drive around and look around. Taking the town of Zibli. And we see that no one is here. Unfortunately... we can't reach this town there. So let's drive here, looking around some more. Okay, no, everything seems rather empty, which is a very bad thing. And then here... yeah, we can actually do a strike. So the thing is, we know that the enemy has flak here. I mean, they possibly have something here, but on the other hand, now that they have something here, I don't think so. I had thought they had something behind this town or here in the town or something. But I guess that they might have something around here also. So I guess our plane is safe here. Also, we shall destroy this T-34 here. And our Tiger should be able to mess up the artillery here without any sweat. And who do we have otherwise? Here. This is Rudel, our super ace. And with this new friend, Steffen, attack +2. We want the IS as a prisoner. So the thing is, so the Spark, yeah. I have a plan for the Spark. I'm telling you in just a moment. We are doing it like this. Our Heinkel is going to attack and hopefully suppress but not destroy the T-34 here. I mean, we could also go in here and then we would reduce the enemy's prestige, but I want to take them prisoner rather. To get the prestige, and I think that's probably a better thing to do. So our Kanonenvogel can take out some tanks over here, T-34-41. Yeah, and many thanks for the comment, by the way. We have a new friend in our community, apparently, and I forgot the name now, but the U was with the machine cannons here was apparently rather relatively effective against tanks. Let's put it like that. So yeah, you recall what I told you last episode about Stukas against tanks. So let's attack here. They've got 2 entrenchment. Nice attack. Beautiful. For 1, something works. Then we can have attack here. Oh, also a good shot. Very good. Then the Tiger shouldn't have any trouble, right? They are suppressed at 1. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Good, okay. Well, now they could actually take the town, but that's too dangerous. And these guys, they could just drive around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too dangerous, actually. So, we wanted to save the Romanians. Yeah. They deserve to live, these last guys here, although maybe not, but if we are looking at their performance, but yeah. So now that this is done, yeah, our Heinkel is going to fly here. Come on, guys, don't destroy the tanks, but suppress them, please, as many as possible. Come on. Don't destroy, suppress. No, you're destroying 3 even. Ah, and they don't even suppress all of them. No one is ever following my orders. Why is that? Then let's have these guys here. You fire. You should be able to, right, suppress them. Yeah, very good. Okay, then. That's good. So, then. But they are... no, we can do it right now. Good. Don't destroy anything, guys. Ugh, and even 1 more, but 6 surrender. And we get 81. 19. Around 50 points, but it's fine. Good. Then, this here is our U. Yeah, let's maul these T-34s here in the town. I think that's the best option. Because, like, I mean, while they might have spark, I don't think they have more spark, this right now at least, because they would have driven them in, and this flak here could go 1 and then shoot 2, so here we are actually safe. Well, I would prefer to take out this one here, but this is too dangerous. They could get out of their entrenched forest there and then shoot us down, so let's not do that. So let's attack the T-34. Good, beautiful. And then I guess we only need... Oh no, actually, oh yeah, even better now. So, there is a plan in place. So our Fallschirmjäger go here. Then our Recon, which is here, Sonderkraftfahrzeug. You drive in, close the trap. The IS-1. So now our artillery needs to do the job. We need to suppress this guy. And then, by the way, our grenadiers will go in, mess up the T-34 after the IS has surrendered, because then our Tiger will drive in and mess up the spark. And then our Tiger, this Tiger will go here and block off anything, while our Gebirgsjäger will move into the town and hold it off. So, and the question is, are we going to use our 280mm railway gun against the IS? So the thing is, this one here gets more experience the higher tier the enemy is. But I'm not sure if we are actually hitting this one. So let's firstly fire with artillery here. So guys, Yeah, we're not attacking with this one here. Although in principle, we don't even need to move them, by the way. Now let's start here with this one. So guys, don't destroy, but suppress the IS, please. Come on. Oh, beautiful shot. 5 suppress. Excellent. They hurt me for once. Very good. And then here, our Stug. Brombeer. You drive in like here, and then... Although, no, wait a second. That is a bit dangerous. Because of this... T70 here. Then let's bring this artillery. Well, however, we need a defensive artillery here. Oh no, I fear that we have to keep these guys here. But if we can take out the T70. Yeah, it was good that we just had such a good shot. This Tiger will be here, and the Tiger will attack the Spark, but then this T70 could actually move in here. So we need to hit it somehow. Well, we want to retreat our recon after the operation. So this KV can't get past this tile. And then maul them or something. But we want our artillery to remain here, so our Gebirgsjäger have some support. I would reserve this artillery for a shot at this one. So let's have... no, this guy needs to go away. Here, we need to drive away. There, you go here. Then our... Oh, no, wait a second. Actually... Oh, we cannot... 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we could actually drive our railway gun here and then fire at the Katyusha, which we should. So the Katyusha is not pounding our... Gebirgsjäger who are in the town then, at least not with full power. And by the way, our Ultra Tiger, come on guys, are you ready to attack the 122mm? Come on, I have a bad feeling. Do I have a bad feeling? Actually, not so really. Okay, let's attack. Come on. Come on, attack. Take them out. They should surrender. Oh, well, you don't take any prisoners. Well... But that's fine. So these guys, they were the greatest danger for our troops. So that's good. Then Brombeer. No, the Brombeer needs to be here. But we need to fire at these guys there. We have 9 points against hard targets. Well, here we have got only 7. So I'm not sure if we can actually take enough. Yeah, but our grenadiers can surely do this without support here, right? So let's use our railway gun. By the way, so the thing is, we are getting more experience the higher tier the enemy is and the more damage we cause, of course. However, I do have a bad feeling. No, or maybe we should shoot them with our artillery. Let's rather do that. Come on. Don't destroy. Ugh. But that should mean they are... No! They're not even suppressed. Oh, come on. Then... Well... Yeah, no, we don't. We have to use this guy here against the Katyusha. So do we have any other options? Well, then you guys drive here. Come on, suppress the IS. No, you're not suppressing the IS. Oh, God. Then our Brumwehr. Come on. Come on, guys. Suppress the IS. There, good. Finally. Here. Our Fallschirmjäger. You guys make them surrender. Okay, 6 surrender. And we have 36. Oh. 46. 57 points of prestige. Very good. So now our Tiger drives in and molds the spar. Come on, guys. Beautiful. There. And then we need to weaken the T-70 here. And we can do that with a nice artillery strike. This could have been better. And 7 are suppressed. Recon. Oh, God. Oh. No, we can't have our Panzer 3 here. Let's get them out of the train here, by the way. So here. Well, they can't be here because then the KV will come. Uh-oh. That's not so good. Well, maybe we should shoot the railway gun then. Let's firstly do the job here. So with the town and the close defense relevant, they only have 1 entrenchment. I think we should be okay, right? Yeah, excellent. Very good. Our grenadiers, they were really fresh after a couple of days without action. Very good. And now our Gebirgsjäger move in, and I love it if a plan works. There we are. Very good. Very good indeed. So here, however, we do have a problem. Now, I guess maybe we shouldn't shoot at the Katyusha. Like they will attack our Gebirgsjäger. But yeah, we kind of can't help it. It's more important that we don't let them attack our artillery here. Our Flak, the Panzer 3, could actually go here. I think we want them down here to either drive in and destroy this one here, or rather the infantry. And we can also, yeah, we need to get it off the way here. So you go here. And these guys, they should rather get new ammo instead of driving around out of the way. So let's rather do that. They get ammo. Hummel also gets ammo. And then actually, let's drive this guy here. Our Flak. And then you guys go rather here. And then our artillery has also a defensive strike. We have 3 ammo left. Let's do it like that. And then you are firing at the T-70. So, we've got 37 experience. Let's see what we get. 1. 41. 4 points. Okay, no, but it's definitely... Oh yeah, here, excellent. They are suppressed at 10 now. Let's attack them with our recon. Just so they go here. Okay, should have been 4, but it's fine. Oh, crap. I should have... Oh, no, that was a mistake. We are not getting enough... We are not getting more... Oh, no. That was a mistake. I wanted to give the Tiger new ammo. We could have gotten a little bit in, but now we are surrounded by 3 from 3 sides, which is why we don't get any supplies in. Which is of course totally stupid, but whatever. Well. Excuse me. Well, Ah no, we need to go down here anyway. Because we can't risk it that this guy here goes here and attacks our grenadiers or so. Although it would be a very bad thing if this one here is attacking our tiger. That would be a really bad thing. Well, we've got two strikes here, but against this one, the Su-85, it's probably not enough defense. Yeah, but we can't dare to be there. So then you go here. That's kind of bad. Oh, but however, we could bring our guy here. And then we have our Wurfrahmen. Can anybody... 1, 2, 3, 4. Though sometimes I have the feeling that the enemies can drive through swamp at lower cost or something. So swamp is supposed to cost 4 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4 points for tracks, for tanks. This means 1, 5, 6, and this one has only 4. It's the heavy one. And this one here, the ISU, could drive 1, 2, and then 6 into the swamp. 1, 2, 3 shoot us. While, well, it would be a nice trap. Like, they might even bring the anti-tank gun here and attack our guy there. This one could only go here. That's 4 points. 5, 6. So that actually it should be okay. But we should have some defense for the tiger. Question is if they have more T-34s here. So we mauled this one, but 7 are still dangerous. I think we are driving in. Let's do it. Only 1 can attack us. And then we've got 2 flanking tigers, so it should be okay. I hope so. So, then here, the enemy can see our infantry there. We will have 1 defensive fighter. This is our attack guy. And let's prepare some traps. So these conscripts, they could go here now and attack our artillery, but then we've got a double strike. And then we would see the 280mm in action with 24 attack value against soft targets. Although I think it's actually better suited for counter battery fire or so. And we are probably not getting any experience against conscripts. But I guess we could also maul them nicely, so they should actually get something. So here we have flak there. All of them are safe. This flak can actually drive here. Although, it's not necessary in principle. This tiger is not supported. So these guys can look here. Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys fall back. Our recon, fine job. Against T-70s. They are not even supposed to accomplish that. But I guess someone got out and used a Panzerschreck or something. No, we don't have any Panzerschrecks yet in 1943 as far as I'm informed. So... But we need a defensive fighter here. So you need to fly here. What's our fuel situation? Fuel situation is very good. Let's go here to defend our planes. Yeah, then the question is, what do we do here? So you guys, you drive here. And by the way, we should have a fighter up there as well. So this one is defending here. We've got a Panther here. They don't see anything here. Let's have the Hummel down here, because there's infantry there. Hummel is at 12 points. It's better than the Sioux, but we should have some artillery support up here. Let's get on the... Well, being on the bridge is actually a very bad idea usually. Or maybe someone, like even if there's a tank here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they would be blocked there. We can drive into the forest there. Just that, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, like our recon got maybe a little bit too courageous there. Oh, but by the way, Tiger. Ah, the Tiger can take the town. But I want the Tiger to be here. Because then we can help out over there. Let's do that. So we drive up. This Tiger gets new fuel. You guys, however, need to march. Our long legs. Yeah, they should probably rather go here down there. Like this. If that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these Gebirgsjäger, I think we could probably bring them onto a plane or so, maybe. And fly them somewhere. Yeah, we don't have any enemy movement. So I think the Soviets are quite a bit surprised right now. And then let's see where we can put our guys otherwise. Yeah, I think we should have one plane here, because the enemy can see our artillery. Can you guys fly up there? Oh, you can't even. They might have more spark. But I don't think so right now, probably. So let's fly here. Then we can defend the Tiger as well, just as a deterrent. If this guy is there... Oh no, here we have only 31. And the airfield is here. Oh, just one tile. Yeah, this guy needs some refueling first. So you fly here. You guys fly here, because you don't have any ammo left. They have more than enough fuel. Yeah, I think they are okay over here, I guess. This Panther could be in a little bit of trouble there. Let's use Bear. Oh, we need a defender here. Yeah, then you definitely need to go here. Flying there. Because we don't... It doesn't matter where we are, because the town can see us anyway. This T-34 could go here. But that's the maximum. So I think we are just staying out of sight over here. And we're not risking the last Romanian. So you guys, go away. They can garrison Karharlik over here. So, I hear some of the soldiers have their new girlfriends here anyway. So, they've been garrisoned there for a while. So, yeah, then let's refuel our stuff rather, huh? Although they don't really need it, but we can be here. And then we are flexible enough next turn, so you guys are there. Question is, what do we do here? I think we just stay put. They could see us now. But I don't think that anybody could get here. They could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or into the town 6. So we might even get them into the town. They have 64. Although, no, let's not be in the swamp. Let's go here. Let's be a little bit... wait a second. Like, if someone is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we are just falling back 1. Or you guys go into the swamp. Here, like this. There. No one can get here anyway. But just to be sure. Good. So, then this fighter, which is Bear, can stay here to defend this Tiger. Well, we've got one defensive fighter here. I mean, we know that they can overwhelm us if they come with more planes, and we need to have someone here. So you... Oh, let's... yeah. They can see these guys. Well, they could also... Like, if someone drives here, they can see up here. So let's rather have this fighter here. And we've got one defensive fighter for this Wurfrahmen. And we've got double flak here. And they can't see these guys here anyway. So let's just stay there, like that. Yeah, okay. There's certain weakness in our defense. Because we have only one defensive fighter to cover both planes here. But we just shot down so many Soviet planes that I doubt that they have more right now. And if so, then only few. So, I guess it's fine. Then, let's see. You guys can get... Oh, by the way, no, wait a second. Here, they can actually go here. Here, then let's have them. You drive here. And you drive here. I mean, we could bring the flak here. But then these guys could attack and then fall back, and then these guys, so we would have a double defense, and I'd rather have one conscript here who's then attacking there. Questions, however, what is this Su-ISU, the monster, Joseph Stalin Su, what this guy is doing? In principle, they could shoot at our artillery, but I think they will probably prioritize the Fallschirmjäger here. Let's see. Okay then, so anybody else? What was that? Ah, the 6 ones, okay. Check, check, check. And by the way, we are not attacking them. Although we could probably, but I don't want to. Because there's a danger. They have 2 entrenchment, and we are only we are only Gebirgsjäger here, and we are being flanked. Otherwise, I would do it, I think. Or maybe we should. But with flankers, and here we've got an artillery strike. We do have enough ammo, though. Shall we do this? No. No, we're not. Because then they can just bring someone in here. Well, they could go here and then bring those there on the other hand. Well, it would make our artillery safer. But I want them to be here to get a double strike. So let's leave them. And I don't want them to reduce their entrenchment, by the way. So I guess we are good. No one else to be refueled or something. Nope. Okay. Last check. Did I forget some infantry here? No, they moved. No, we are good. The others are just Romanians. Okay, so. And then last check on the strategic map. That's our situation. So. In defensive terms, we have everything under control again, I guess. At least for the moment. But of course, we need to use the enemy's weakness to strike. So, fingers crossed, ending the turn. Come on. No! Our Gebirgsjäger got a shot. That was a Su. Oh, they have more planes. There. Nice. Double strike on the conscripts. Oh, that hurt. What? Infantry against our... Oh, it was because they had a good attack. Oh, that's not so good. Oh man, they're still continuing to mess us up. Our poor Gebirgsjäger. Oh my goodness. They are up there. They are good. Okay. Oh god. Our poor Gebirgsjäger. They got mauled. But now they are experienced. They are super experienced now. Well, that's not good. And they are trying to get around our tiger here. And there is a fighter. A Yak-3 came in. Oh, well, that's not good. Could we reach them? Oh, we could. Easily, by the way. Well, then our Flak Shawl harvest. Okay, then. So, I mean, that could have been worse. I mean, okay, maybe it was a bold move, but I feel that it was worth it to bring the guys in here. Also to defend our way more expensive grenadiers over here. Their equipment is so expensive. So I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine right now. So, and that concludes that. Yeah, and then the guy... I have to look up the name again. I'm always forgetting that name. My brain doesn't accept it. Tukhachevsky or something. Yeah, Tukhachevsky, yeah. So that's an interesting guy called the Red Napoleon, and that was a Soviet officer, like a career officer, rather ruthless, also used chemical weapons during the Russian Civil War after the end of the First World War. But that guy was, so to speak, nearly a military genius, probably, because he was not only very effective as a commander, but he had quite the foresight. That was the guy who actually invented Fallschirmjäger, the paratroopers. Yeah, like in the beginning, the Soviets didn't have any parachutes. Yeah, but they just let the paratroopers jump off a plane into the snow in the Soviet Union. And he saw the potential of airdropped troops. That guy, and he built up the paratroopers of the Soviet Union. Yeah, that was even before the well before the Second World War. He wrote a book, and that's what I find especially interesting, because you probably recall that I was thinking about the bigger strategic picture and why the Nazis felt so threatened from the Soviets. And in I think it was 1930 or so, this Tukhachevsky wrote a book about the strategy that the Soviet Union should follow. And that meant, yeah, so he advocated that the Soviet Union should actually invade Middle Europe. And that meant that they would lead a war against Germany back then, the Third Reich, yeah. Or like in the 1930s, then that was actually even the Weimar Republic. Because we recall the Nazis had their putsch in 1933. They were not even in power then, but you can imagine that such a book found its way to or into German hands as well. And then thinking about the fact that the Weimar Republic was only allowed to have 100,000 soldiers due to this the contract of Versailles. You can imagine what they were thinking, and that they were kind of sweating a bit there when they heard about that. And that's why I personally think that's another facet in the motivation, the Nazi motivation or the general German motivation to actually fight it out with the Soviet Union and to see the real enemy in the Soviet Union there. Yeah? Because at that point, they all knew, of course, about socialism, so we have to say international socialism, because the Nazis were, of course, the national socialists. So international socialism, the communists, those guys, as we know, were very, very aggressive and expansionistic. They led several wars against the former areas of the Tsarist Empire that wanted to be independent, including Ukraine, for example. Yeah. And that was quite interesting to read. Yeah, this guy fought pretty well during the Soviet Civil War. That was the Reds against the Whites being the conservatives and monarchists in Russia. But the Reds won, murdered a lot of people, led a lot of people, a couple of million more starve, especially in Ukraine with the Holodomor, as we recall. We had talked about that as well. And then this Tukhachevsky was a very effective commander, used chemical weapons during some fights, and had his good share of fame in putting down the Whites during the Civil War and win the Soviet Union for communism, so to speak, or rather make the Soviet Union possible in that sense. However, during some of these fights, so we recall the history of Poland and Russia. So in the 1920s, there was this war between Poland and Russia. Poland assaulting Ukraine to get a chunk out of their territory, firstly. And when they were out of, away from their core lands, the Russians thought, okay, well, that's a good opportunity. Let's attack Poland. So they invaded Poland. The Poles marched back, were a couple of times defeated, actually, by this Tukhachevsky. However, at the gates of Warsaw, they had a brilliant victory against the Soviets. And the thing is, and that's quite interesting there, because it shows us the personal relationship between this Tukhachevsky and Stalin, because Stalin was also a red leader, a leader of the Soviet Union there, or the forming Soviet Union maybe. And Stalin started his own little war. He wanted to go for Lemberg, the southern greater city in western Ukraine. And he took some troops there that were supposed to be strategic reserves and were supposed to reinforce Tukhachevsky. And without those troops, that's probably the reason why Tukhachevsky then lost this battle at the gates of Warsaw. And since then, he was actually, he had a very, very bad relationship with Stalin. And that's actually the reason why Stalin murdered him during his purges. Yeah, he was one of the first ones to get murdered. Although he was actually probably one of the best Soviet soldiers at that point. And I feel that this is very interesting to think about in the bigger strategic picture, which is one of the focuses, or one of my main interests here, also while playing this game. Let me know what you think about that. And and by the way, this Tukhachevsky also literally invented the Blitzkrieg. So he wrote a book about operation, or in-depth operation. So fighting behind enemy lines by using planes. And he actually invented the modern warfare in that sense that he wanted to have strong armored troops that could break through and then via mobile warfare surround enemies and destroy them. He was actually he followed the doctrine of rather destroying the enemy rather than at that point the Soviet doctrine of having only a militia, a Soviet militia. They wanted to actually have the spirit of the revolution rather, so that people were not professional soldiers or so, but that everybody would fight for the Soviet Union. And Tukhachevsky literally built the modern Red Army in that sense. So he modernized it, he saw to it that they got vehicles and tanks, and that made him even more enemies, by the way, because there were some Russian aristocrats that, of course, loved the horses. They were breeding the horses, probably made a lot of good money there with that as well, but they just loved the horses. And then seeing the horses become obsolete, you can imagine that this makes some people unhappy. But thanks to this Tukhachevsky guy, the Red Army was actually very modern in relation. And we know that they had tremendously better tanks than the Germans, especially in the beginning of the Second World War. Yeah, so that's certainly a name that we should know about. So, let me know what you think. Otherwise, I repeat that I will try to produce as many episodes now in advance as possible, but I'm probably not I'm not able to make 3 per week to get to these 28 days of no YouTube commitment or so. Yeah. But I actually had prepared something very interesting. It's a nice game. It will air next Friday. So this week Friday. It's called TerraTech. So it's about building vehicles, and it's a little bit like this Vampire Survivors in a bullet hell. And I like the creativity. Have a look if you like. Yeah, and here with the Second World War, we are continuing the next episode, of course. See you then. Comment section's all yours as always, and I would appreciate your like and subscription if you haven't done so yet, so never ever miss an episode again on Playing Hardball. See you next time. Bye-bye.